Welcome back to Just One More Trip. I just got back from spending a weekend in the Everglades going python hunting. I took part in the Python Challenge, which is a conservation effort to rid the Everglades of the invasive Burmese python, and that was my latest trip. Today I want to talk to you about using the State Department website for international travel if you're a U.S. citizen. So the website that you want to go to is travel.state.gov. And if you're even thinking about doing any sort of international travel, you're going to want to bookmark this page. On the left side here, this information in the blue box is for U.S. residents, and on the right side, this information is for people visiting the U.S. So if you're a U.S. citizen, you're going to want to just keep an eye on the left side here. This website will give you information on getting a passport, how to apply for a passport, how to renew your passport, anything like that. Another good program that they have is the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. We'll go over that another day. That'll take an entire session for me to show you the benefits of that and how to use it. What I want to focus on here is this section here that says Learn about your destination. If you're even thinking about doing any sort of international travel, the first thing you want to do is come to this website and go straight here and enter the country that you're looking at. So right now, I saw a good deal from Salt Lake to St. Petersburg today, so I'm going to want to take a look at the requirements to enter Russia as a U.S. citizen. So the drop-down menu will pop up and you can click the country when you type it in. It'll bring you to the country page under the State Department website. Now, this will give you all the basic information that you need to know in order to travel to Russia as a U.S. citizen. Up here, it'll give you any embassy messages, if there are any travel alerts, safety or health alerts, any information that you need to know will be displayed here. Under Quick Facts, this is the area that you're going to want to look at quickly to see if you need to do any more research on anything. For instance, here, the number one question that you should ask yourself when you're thinking of traveling to another country is, will I need a visa? So this tells you if a tourist visa is required. And here it says, yes, a visa is required. So I'm going to know that that means that there is some sort of visa I need to get, and under entry, exit, and visa requirements, this section here is going to tell me more detailed information about that. This will tell me other information that I need to know if I'm traveling there. For instance, I need to have a passport that is valid for at least 6 months for the duration of my stay in Russia. That means that while I'm in Russia, my passport cannot expire within 6 months from any of those days. And that I also need to have a minimum of 2 blank pages in my passport to enter. Some countries take this really seriously. For instance, in South Africa, if you show up and you don't have 2 blank pages, they will deport you. So you're going to want to pay close attention to this information here in Quick Facts. Another commonly asked question about international travel is whether or not you need vaccinations. You're going to find that information here as well. For Russia, no vaccinations are required, but for other countries, it'll list any required vaccinations and any suggested or recommended vaccinations that you might want to get as well. And there's some other information about currency and other things you need here. And these sections that you can expand will tell you a great deal of good information that you're going to need to know in order to travel to this country. So this drop-down section tells you all the information about the consulates and embassies. This is very, very good information that you're going to want to write down if you do end up traveling there. This section tells you a description of the destination, good background information about visiting the country. And then here, as I said before, is probably the most important section for you to read in the research stage about the entry, exit, and visa requirements. So what is this country going to require of you to enter and exit, and how do you get a visa? So this will point you to the official website for the embassy or any other website that you're going to need to go to in order to get a visa. and it'll give you the right website to go to. A lot of times, if you just try to do a search on your own, you might end up at a website for a visa service company or a website for somebody that wants to charge you money in order to process the visa application for you. A lot of times, if you just take a little bit of time to read this on your own, you can find links to the right websites and do it for yourself and save yourself an extra $100 or however much those websites may charge. This gives you any details about how strict the country is on different policies. And then here, this is what you're going to want to pay the closest attention to. This is information about entry visas. So this tells me that in order to enter Russia, under certain circumstances, I am required to have a visa, and it tells me about what that looks like and the process that I might have to go through to get that. And it tells me all other types of information about the visa, like how long it will be good for, how to apply, that I need a sponsor in order to get a visa. So that's unique to Russia. I need let's see, U.S. citizens do not need a formal letter of invitation. However, we must have advanced lodging and request the visa application afterward. So that's important to know. You have to go through every single line of this. Even if you're skimming, make sure that you at least skim every paragraph so that you don't skip any important information like that there. This tells me the information that I need for documentation, getting a tourist visa, any information about other types of visas I might be interested in getting if I'm thinking about travel to Russia, a transit visa, and then regional information, cruising, if you're going to be in the Baltic Sea, or if you're going to go on a cruise in Northern Europe, you might enter through St. Petersburg. This gives you information on that. Visa registration and migration cards. Anything you want to know about entering and exiting Russia as a U.S. citizen is here. Even if you are a dual citizen, there might be some other restrictions and things like that. All the information you need is here. Safety and security issues will be here as well. It tells you information about terrorism, regional information again, any safety hazards or safety precautions that you need to take. It's all listed there. Any local laws and special circumstances, things to watch out for, are going to be listed here. And then again, any suggested or required medical vaccinations that you need to be aware of will be detailed here. And then there's also information about medical care and how to access that in case of an emergency in Russia as well. And there's also a handful of information about transportation and traffic conditions there as well. So this is a gold mine of information about any country that you could possibly want to visit from the U.S. And there's also an app that the State Department has that gives you the same information here that you can find online. So you can download that to your phone if you like. Since I like to save my memory for photos on my phone, I prefer the website. But there is an app as well. And I hope this information has been helpful, and I'll see you next time.